Hello everybody and welcome to Immediate Meteorology. In this video we'll be talking about Hurricane Hanna that just formed off of the coast of southern Texas. Now before the video starts, if you like weather content like this, please hit the subscribe and like button and hit the bell to never miss an upload. Now we're just going to quickly jump right in because this is a first timer that we see for this year. So first hurricane of this year, we thought Tropical Storm Gonzalo was going to turn into a Cat 1 hurricane, but turns out our first hurricane is Cat 1 Hurricane Hanna. So first we're going to talk a little bit about Tropical Storm Gonzalo and then move on to Hurricane Hanna. So Tropical Storm Gonzalo has been weakening quite a lot. The highest percent chance for tropical storm force winds is 40%, and yesterday when we were looking at it, it was 80%. So, obviously a big decrease in there. And also, if you're wondering why I'm uploading today, because today's Saturday, that's because this storm has turned into a hurricane, so that is the main reason why I am uploading today, because it's something more serious. And I did say yesterday I would upload a video if it ever turns into a hurricane, but back then we thought it was unlikely it would. Now here is our storm cone forecast. So right now we got tropical storm force winds still, so technically it's still a tropical storm, but it's looking to be by 2 a.m. Sunday, 2 a.m. tomorrow. It will turn back into a tropical depression and stay like that all day Sunday, and then around then I bet you it'll just weaken off and turn into a group of storms and all that. Here is our satellite imagery. Not too healthy of a storm, maybe a little, but obviously you can see some of it is actually making landfall already, so that's a big component to helping it weaken. And remember, this storm, we thought it was going to turn into a hurricane, and how dramatically it is weakening compared to what we thought is kind of crazy. And now we're going to talk about Hurricane Hanna. This is the satellite imagery and it's even bigger than what I showed you guys yesterday. Yesterday, it was absolutely huge. I said that there was a shot of it becoming a hurricane, and you can see there's kind of an eye right there in that greenish, yellowish shade in between those white and blacks. That's kind of like the eye of this hurricane. And a lot of it is already making landfall. Some of the outer bands, and a lot of it is already making landfall in the southern Texas. So if you live there, look out for that. You have a hurricane coming your way. Eventually, as we go to look at the cone forecast here, by it approaches near the border of Texas and Mexico, it will turn into a tropical depression by 1 a.m. Sunday, and by 1 p.m. Sunday, it's looking like to turn into a tropical depression. We do have two types of warnings in effect currently. We have hurricane warnings in effect and tropical storm warnings in effect for almost all of the Texas coast. We have a little bit stretching down into Mexico. And then also for that little bit of Texas, that's not quite a big spot. So basically all of the Texas coast is under some type of warning. So yeah, and now we look at our model track guidances. Same thing, kind of basically the same thing as the cone, hitting Texas and curving down into Mexico, just like what it said yesterday. And then here's our GFS ensemble. Basically the same thing, except it looks like instead of curving south right at the beginning, it keeps going through Texas and a little bit through Mexico, then quickly dips south, and then curves and goes towards the west. Here is our model intensity guidance. Most of the model, or all of the models right now are in hurricane status, and some of them are saying it will strengthen, but then quickly dive back into a tropical storm and even tropical depression. And then some of them are just saying from now to whenever, it's just gonna quickly, just now, the rest of today, go back into a tropical storm. But as we've seen with the official NHC models, that probably won't happen. It'll probably stay at this strength for a little bit. Here is our current hazards for the National Weather Service. We have hurricane warnings in effect, hurricane watches in effect, tropical storm warnings in effect, flash flood watches, flash flood warnings, coastal flood warnings. All of those are components of this hurricane. So basically the convective tropical category and flooding can both be part of a hurricane. So those are the hazards that we have here. Most of our hurricane warnings are for southern counties, and then obviously we have the tropical storm and hurricane watches all around. Here is its current the low pressure system, its current spot right now. Basically the same thing as the cone, not in the middle, not on the coast yet, just yet. But maybe by tomorrow afternoon it will be, or maybe even tomorrow morning. That Ella is planning to go over the coast right there and move on in to Mexico. Here is our peak storm surge forecast graphic. This is very important when it comes to hurricanes, not so much tropical storms, even though it's possible, because they won't be too high, maybe less than a foot, around there. But here is our storm surge forecast. The highest we have is for Baffin Bay, Corpus Christi Bay, sorry if I said that wrong, Copano Bay, Aransas Bay, sorry if I say any of these wrong, San Antonio Bay, and Matagorda Bay. They have a 3 to 5 feet risk for storm surge waves. So if you live anywhere around there, expect that. That will be very high risk for 3 to 5 feet. That can, obviously you probably know how high that is. It's a decently high amount. The lowest we have, not the lowest we have, around Port, a little bit north of Ports Manfield, we have 2 to 4 feet of storm surge, and then a little bit north of the mouth of the Rio Grande, we have 1 to 3 feet, and then sort of southwest of High Island, we have 1 to 2 feet. So almost all of Texas in that risk for storm surge from 1 all the way to 5 feet. Now, finally, the last thing we're going to look at is our rainfall. We're just going to be paying attention to the bottom area of this map as it goes all the way up to 10 to 11 to 12 inches down there of rainfall. This rainfall is until August 1st, so I let a lot of time come in this so that we can see the total rainfall for these next two I believe it is weeks. We do have some heavier rains just off the coast of Louisiana and eastern Texas coast. Those are most likely from the outer bands of Hurricane Hanna. And then we have those general reds all around with 2 to 3 to sometimes even 4 inches in those red areas. And then our main concern for rainfall and flooding is in those deep dark browns and just simply browns down there for southern Texas and mostly actually for Mexico. So that's what we could see. And then here's our official National Hurricane Center rainfall forecast. They're saying that it could go all the way up to 15 inches at one point for a little bit off the coast of Texas, some of southern Texas, and then a decent amount of Mexico, and then up to 10 inches in a very widespread area, up to 6 inches in also widespread area, and then the rest of the areas that have impact will most likely only get 1, 2, 3, or 4 inches, which isn't too bad compared to normal hurricane inches, but look out for flooding or anything like that. So with that, that's the end of the video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please hit that like and subscribe button and hit the bell to never miss an upload. I just want to point out one thing is that I have a Discord. If you want to join, that would be very appreciated. A Discord invitation link will be in the description below. Also, I am now going to try my best to upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Obviously, today is a Saturday, and usually I'm not going to upload on weekends. The only reason why I am now is because we have a hurricane status tropical related storm. So that is something very serious to upload about. So this is what I mean. It has to be something very serious like a hurricane or a big severe weather event to upload on one of these days. If it's a tropical storm, I probably won't upload, but if it's a hurricane, yes, I probably will upload. So with that, I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.